The big misconception about college sports and football in general is that it opens up a lot of doors for athletes. But what happens when football is over? And everybody's looking at you like, well, you were the man, so you got to figure it out. That leads to depression. A lot of athletes struggle from making the jump from being an athlete to a quote-unquote regular citizen because of lack of knowledge. You know, if you think about it, you go to college, and if you're a Division I, Division II, Division III player, you have to take certain courses depending upon the schedule of the university. You're honestly just property. You know, you're there to help them win games. So they're going to give you a schedule of classes that's going to keep your GPA up so you can be eligible to play.
We expect a lot from our athletes in high school sometimes, and we don't think about all the things they have to do. They have to travel through neighborhoods who are dangerous. They have to also practice for 2-3 hours a day, go home and do their homework or study habits for another 2 hours, be in pain, and trying to have a social life.
You can't intern because you have winter conditioning. You can't intern in the spring because you have spring football. You can't intern in the summer because summer camp leads into fall ball. So if you can't intern and you spend 4 years in college without any work experience, you graduate with a degree with no experience. You can't get a job right out of college. That's why so many athletes leave college lost, because for the first time in their life, there's no one telling them what time to be somewhere, where to be, and how to get there. The culture around football creates this thought process in your brain that everyone is a gladiator, everyone plays hurt.
There needs to be some kind of evaluation prior to their participation in serious, league sports.
I'm going through my rookie year in the NFL and I'm hurting. I'm 165 pounds, I'm 5'11". I'm taking pain meds to get through practice. I'm taking pain meds to get through games. And your body ultimately becomes dependent upon the pain meds because you feel like, if I don't have these, I can't function.
Back in the 70s, when you were injured, they drained my knee, they gave me cortisone shot, everything felt good, until the next day when the pain was killing me.
Not all problems are going to be solved with just surgery, physical therapy, and drugs.
And they drill it into you from the time you're a rookie until you retire that, you're expendable. I was blessed because I never saw myself as a professional athlete. I'm undersized, and I always wanted to do things with my life. But I feel like because I felt like I wanted to do things with my life, I had another purpose. So when football was taken from me, I didn't feel like I lost who I was. I think that if they made it mandatory for all athletes to intern during the spring and intern during the summer, as much money as these schools are making, they have to find time to make sure athletes intern. All the athletes that I know that either interned or while they were in the NFL utilized the NFL's resources for outreach to do other careers have all blossomed when they graduated. I mean, a friend of mine, Marcus Colster, went through the master's program and he started his own business and he's making tons of money, but he's also, as soon as he retired, he dove right into his second business. When football is taken away and you have nothing, you feel lost. But if they made it mandatory for all athletes to do something else other than just play football, get a network, reach out to people, I think that would help with some of the mental illness and depression, because athletes are almost like superheroes in our community. There are millions of athletes at every level, high school, college, and football, who go through the same thing during this transition, and it's normal. It's normal to feel this way and get help moving forward.